Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Melissa here. So, just getting dressed. What's going on with everyone? So, um, I'm going to share some stuff. So, last night I had my class on trauma, a trauma class after abortion. Really good stuff. I have an opportunity to minister to young girls over here. It's not only am I getting the help, but we're in a group, and the young girls, I get to hear their stories, which are heartbreaking. Um, when you realize that the damage abortion does on girls, it's just amazing to see how little we talk about this. The damage done to women, 1 in 4 women will have an abortion. And many people think, well, they chose it, so they deserve it. And it's really not the case once you understand it. It's just a lie that was out there. It's deception. It's a certain way of thinking. And uh, one of the girls was sharing how she wrote down how she felt after the abortion, and even praying the rosary, after the abortion for God to help her with the cramps. Um, there's just so much to it. It's just such a bigger, broader story. And as one of the girls was talking about this, she's like, I had shared that I volunteer for a pro-life organization, and I'm finding resources to help women take care of their children. This is kind of my story. We didn't have a lot of money. We had a low income just because my husband chose to work at a low income job. We both came from a place of materialism. We both have families that have money. So he chose to stick with that job so that he could be home with his kids, and I chose to sacrifice a really lucrative career in many ways. I mean, I could have gone back to college for court reporting. I could have used my hairdressing certificate to, definitely have a lot more in life. But once I had my firstborn son, I had seen it would be cheaper for me to have Medicaid in case something had happened. And sure enough, with my placenta starting to separate, it definitely made more sense to have that Medicaid cover everything. My firstborn, I had everything. I had an epidural. I had my placenta separating probably from the abortion. Or it was from being induced with the Pitocin when he wasn't ready. I was on a machine which told me when to push, and he had forceps used on him to help pull him out. So that was my first one, and then compared to my last four, my second one at the hospital, I said I'm going natural. They did give me a shot of Demulin, but it really didn't do anything. And then I went with 3 home births at home, which were cheaper and healthier. So, what I was saying was I chose to stay home, and it was the best thing for me, best years of my life. Truly, some of the best years. I mean, I enjoyed my childhood too. But, I stayed home and we sacrificed, and I learned a lot. I chose to not waste that opportunity of staying home and just being like a lazy mother who doesn't want to change diapers. I grabbed hold of motherhood. I loved motherhood. I grabbed hold of homeschooling and just learning. And that's something I think I love to do anyways, where I went to college and I went to hairdressing school. I just a ton of jobs. I just love to learn. So it's all been invested in me. And now I'm at the empty nest stage. The last few months here, I've been an empty nester. I'm an older empty nester. I'm not a 40-year-old empty nester. I'm an older one, and that is okay with me. I mean, I have probably 20 years, if I'm lucky, ahead of me. And I am enjoying self-development now, really giving myself even more time. So as I'm giving back to younger ladies, I'm also signing up in a program to be mentored again in life. I've had mentors all my life, The church has something for ladies to sign up for mentorship as you're mentoring someone else, and my heart is to mentor young girls. So that's part of this channel. So as we were talking, a lot of the young girls, as I shared that I volunteer at a pro-life organization, we were talking and they were like, where do you get information? Where do you find out about post-abortive care? One of the girls was from Canada. We don't advertise this. We're not really out there enough with, yes, we have post-abortive care. And why wouldn't we? I mean, post-abortive care is tough. It is not, all flowers and roses. It is tears. It's a lot of work. Once you get through it, it's worth it, but it is very difficult work. The trauma from abortion is just, I don't know any other trauma that affects women more than abortion. And also there's no information out there. 1 in 4 women have abortions. There's no information out there. This is what an abortion will do. Like, we do have it on, if you look online, pregnancy centers will say, these are the common symptoms, but we're really not hearing the stories. We're really not hearing, let's get these women's stories out about what happened to them and how it affected them. So we need to do that. We have a lot of work in the pro-life movement to show what exactly women go through. And I think if women truly knew the truth about what you're going to go through for years with abortion, I think abortion would be, I think it'd be gone. I really do. And so we're looking at that. I am still continuing the nonprofit. Throw out ideas if you can think of things that you think would help me niche it down. I'm going to be talking to somebody by next week about niching down my ideas. There's just so much in the pro-life work that, it's just, I'm online, I'm looking at what other people are doing. I'm looking at, taking the time now to slow down. The mornings are my sleep now, to get a better idea of what's needed in the pro-life movement. So I'm in my menopausal stage now after having my family, and I built well and I built strong and I have no regrets. And so now looking at women's needs in the menopausal side of life is also important. So one of the things for good hair growth and everything while you're going through menopause is to get your sleep, to eat well, to stay hydrated, and get your exercise. Those are like the 4 main things. Plus your mindset obviously is major. So just because you're older doesn't mean you can't do stuff. It's not, well, I'm older so I can't be in shape, or I'm older so I can't do this. Mindset is priority. So for me, the examples always have been like Christy Brinkley and the models before me to encourage me to take care of myself. And I'm looking at who's out there now. There is a woman who's like 70-something years old. Holy cow, she looks so good